The key to becoming extraordinary, why chipping away at your goals matters. When you have big goals, it takes a long time to get there. And many people are looking for shortcuts. Are there shortcuts I can get to that'll get me there? Never in a sustainable way. Sometimes a shortcut has a temporary bit of success to it, but it never gets you where you actually want to go. That takes long, sustained, systematic effort, processes, strategies. And that's where chipping away at your goals comes in. When life gets in the way, and life will always get in the way, when we're trying to achieve goals, we tend to stop. We tend to freeze in our tracks. But if we have the chipping away mentality, that will always keep us on track to get there. So again, it's not about being able to do everything we want to do at all times to get to our goals. It's about always doing something. So a lot of us, we want to live these extraordinary lives and accomplish these amazing goals. We know that shortcuts don't work, and we're willing to put in some effort and work extraordinarily to achieve those efforts. But one thing Serena will always tell you is extraordinary is just a summation of a bunch of ordinaries. So when you chip away at your goal on a regular basis, all of those add up. Those ordinary things, those ordinary chipping away adds up to something extraordinary. Because extraordinary people are not just born. They become that way through constant effort and perseverance, and that fundamentally comes from chipping away at goals. So, you can approach life like investing in stocks. Some are going to hit, some are not going to hit. The ones that are hit are great, but we're not going to let the ones that fail stop us in our tracks. So understand that, again, yes, extraordinary success takes dedication, and takes commitment, and takes perseverance. But it's not one big step. It's not extraordinary things happening along the way. It's ordinary things that, again, when added together, create the extraordinary. Process to goals are often just a bunch of small efforts. And those small efforts, which are things you can do at all times, even when life's obligations do get in the way, you can still do those small things. So think about this tangibly, right? If you were somebody who wanted to get healthier and you're like, I want to go to the gym 5 days a week for an hour, that's great. And that's an awesome goal. And that would be extraordinary. But when life gets in the way, many people just say, well, I can't make that hour, so I'm just not going to go. And when that happens, you're stopped in your tracks and you're not going to get towards your goal. Or if you want to write a book and all of a sudden you get busy and family things are going on and you just can't write for hours and hours a day, you just tend to give up, right? But in both of those situations, instead of giving up, chip away. Instead of you can't make it to the gym for an hour, great. Walk around the block 2 times and do 10 push-ups before bed. That is chipping away, and that's going to help keep you on track towards your goals, right? With writing your book. Okay, great. You can't spend all this time writing right now, but you know what you can do? There's no excuse that you can't write for 5 minutes every day, right? And again, that's chipping away. Is it as much as you want? No. But is it effective? Yes. Is it a small thing that's going to add up to a bigger thing? Yes. Are they ordinary things that lead to extraordinary results? Absolutely. And one thing that Serena will always tell you is that we all lose motivation. We all lose inspiration at times, right? But when you do that, if you're always chipping away, it helps prevent that, or at least minimize that, right? Because even though life's got in the way and I start to be, go back to the health and fitness example, life's in the way, I'm busy, my children have things going on, work is grinding on me, and I just can't make the gym, I start to lose motivation. But if I'm doing that walk around the block twice and I'm doing those 10 push-ups every night, it keeps my head in the game and it keeps some motivation and inspiration there. That's the power of chipping away. Same thing with writing. The minute you can't write in the time blocks you wanted to because life has gotten in the way, then you're like, okay, I guess I can't write a book. And you lose all that motivation. But if you've committed to writing 5 minutes a night, you're always doing something. Not at the ideal pace or the pace you'd really want to go, but you're doing something. So chipping away at your goals consistently brings you closer and closer to greatness. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, and I'm sure that you did, make sure you like it, share it, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel.